What I got coming up here is a couple Sweet 16 Hot Wheels. I got custom Mustang, I got a custom Camaro. As you can see, I've got the reproduction hoods on there, and that one's just slid in there on the Mustang. I'd already got these taken apart maybe a couple weeks ago before I was going to start doing videos, and I got them apart and took a look at them. They're in rough shape, but not too bad. I mean, they'll look nice and sweet once we get them done. But I did want to show you, as far as these reproduction hoods go, and I got them from redlineshop.com. Let me take this one out, and they are pretty brittle. What I found is, and originally with these reproductions, what they want you to do is you want you to slide them in there, see if you can get them in there to fit, and then pretty much epoxy it to where it doesn't really work. And if you're going to have the hood, on there, you got to have it work. So what I've found is, what you may need to do to get it to fit, down into these hinge areas here. Sometimes they've got broken sections off of it right in here, and it'll obviously slide in there, but it won't attach itself. But what I've found is these posts tend to be, for the most part, too big, and they won't even kind of snap in, which you really don't want to do, because it'll just snap that right off. So what I'll do is I'll just take a little needle file, and I'll go around and file until I can get that to where it'll just either lightly kind of snap in, or it will just fall into. So on the custom Mustang, or I'm sorry, the custom Camaro, what I did was I had a little chunk of some brass axle, and I'll try and get up in here. And what I did was, once I got this file down in, and you can see on this area here, a piece of the hinge area had broken. Now, whether it's broken or not, you can do this, and that's, I just epoxied in a piece of that rod to where it was just over. I'm sorry if my camera's not focusing where the squat here. Okay, right there. You can see where it's epoxied over to where it holds in, and once you get it there, then it'll stay in there, and it'll stay in there nice and, pretty much nice and square, and it'll even stay open. So that's pretty much how I've come to installing these hoods. Go ahead and get them paint stripper on them, get the paint off, do some polishing. I'm gonna spectraflame them, gonna decide on which color, and we'll go from there. All right. Okay, we got them all stripped down, and Mustang doesn't look too bad. Looks like we got, as Jimmy likes to call, mud butt back there. So we're gonna do a little wet sand, probably on both of them. Now the Camaro, we've lost some of the plating here, as you can see. I think I'm gonna zinc both of them, get them in, and Try and clean that up so we can polish it good, because as you know, we're going to be doing a Spectraflame. Okay, I did some sanding, as you can see, and I need to get these cleaned up to where I got no contaminants or anything on them, so I can get them through the zinc. I like to use this Grease Lightning cleaner and degreaser, so I'm going to go get these cleaned up. We'll put them in the zinker. Now that I've got the zinker going, I've got the bases right in here, got it in my lime away. Gonna have them soaking for a handful of minutes. We'll take them out, get them brushed up, get them looking pretty. Okay, the bases are done. I got them all brushed up. They look a hell of a lot better than they did when they got here. The Camaro one is, I believe this is the other Camaro. That one's still got a few pitty areas there, but overall it looks a lot better. So those are ready. I did some polishing on the Mustang, and it come out pretty good. And I don't know which color. I don't know what color I'm going to do each one of them. I'm going to pick that, but the Camaro, I think, is going to be a candidate for the silver base coat from redlineshop.com. I forgot that I even had this, and I've wanted to try it, so I think I'm going to try it out on the Camaro. So let's get these ready for paint. Okay, we're going to mix up some of this base coat, the silver metal flake. Get this in here. It's supposed to be a 6-to-1 if you use a hardener. We'll get the hardener if I can open the damn thing up. Really? Okay, we'll get the hardener in there. Okay, I decided on red. Gotta have red Mustang, don't you? So we're gonna mix this up. start on this Camaro. I picked Aqua. I'm going to go with Aqua. Going to put some hardener in. Guys, what do you think? I think it's in the camera. It's a lot more green than it is Aqua. In real life, it's a bit more Aqua than what it's showing, but it isn't really screaming Spectra Flame either. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It just doesn't, like I said, it just doesn't jump out at you as Spectra Flame. It's just kind of more of a metallic, you know, in the case that you're looking at, green. It actually is a little more Aqua than what the camera's showing, but not quite the Aqua that you typically see on, you know, the red line. But I don't know. I mean, it came out okay. I mean, it looks pretty good. I don't know. I mean, I like it. Just not what I expected. So we'll deal with it. All right, so let's get some wheels on these bad boys. I believe that the bodies are pretty much dry. I did the old pledge treatment over here on both of the windshields. That's just your typical sand them down and throw them into pledge and then let them dry out, cover them up. So we're going to go ahead and put some wheels on here. And that bearing wants to stay out. Well, like everybody's experienced at one point in time, I lost the footage of the final assembly and the detailing. But as you see here, we got a couple shabby red lines, and I think we turned them into some pretty decent ones. We got a nice cherry Mustang and a more mint Camaro than the Aqua that I first intended on, even though that's what I use for paint. So if you enjoyed watching this episode of 164 Revival, please like, share, subscribe, and we will see you in the next episode.